Hi, Tanley.
Yeah.
So you can see that you've logged in into your CIBSE profile. So can you see my screen?
Yep. Yes.
Okay, perfect. So this is the home page that you would see once you've logged in. What the first thing you would go to is online learning. So if you click on that button and you go on to allocate course credits. So this one right here. So this is the page that will have all the information you need. You will have the full list of users you have under your team. So right here, you have 47. You will have the course credits, how many you've allocated, and the money on account. What I'll do is I'll go through each box and what it represents and how to allocate courses. So this first one right here that says available to allocate, this is the amount of credits you have. So this is you've got 56,650 worth of credits. Okay, this middle box right here that says provisionally allocated, every time you allocate a course to a user, it will come up to here. So for example, you've allocated three people different courses, the credits, the amount of credits will come up to here. I'll show you an example once we select a course. And the total remaining is just the money you have currently on your account. So if we, for example, try to allocate a course now to a few users, you would click the drop down menu. So here is a full list of the courses that we currently have. Uh, It also tells you how much each course is worth, which credit. So for example, if you click the first one, which is Introduction to Mechanical, Electrical and Building Services, it is worth 300 credits. So you've selected this course and you want to give it to 3 users. You can see that a box of it has appeared that says selected right here. So it says what you got 1, 2, 3, and it all links it to all the users. For example, you want to choose 3 different users, you just have to click 1, 2, 3. You can click all of them or you can click 4. It's just who you would like to allocate the course modules to. You can see here how many you've selected. You've selected 4 learners to have this course. Because you've selected 4 learners, it's going to cost you 1,200 credit. So you can see the credit cost. And then here, available post allocation just means how you would have how many credits you have after you've given the users the course. So now you've got 56650, but when you've allocated 4 users, this course you'll have 55450. So does that make sense? So it'll tell you how much money you have left, or in this case, credits. After you've selected, you would click allocate. Okay. What we'll do is we'll allocate one just so we can see as an example. So we'll allocate this user. You would click allocate. Please confirm course allocation, and then you would confirm it. Okay. And then allocation completed successfully. That just means now this user is ready to start the course. So now you can see the provisionally allocated box. It says 300 because each course is worth 300 credits, and you've given one user one module. So which is why it's on here. This number will go back to 0 when this user goes into the course and logs in to see his training. This I will show you later where this user would find his training. It would be into another website under the My Learning, but we'll go into this after. So this is what you'll have. You've allocated one module to this user. Now, if you want to see if this user has started the module, what's going on, and if they've logged in, you would go to back to online learning, and you would go right at the end and click Manage My Team. You would click on here. Now you can see this user has appeared on here. It says you've given him intro to M&E on this date, but they haven't started yet, and they haven't completed it, but it's been allocated. So when this user actually starts the course, it will give you a date right here. For example, if they've clicked into it and started it today, it will say 23rd of October 2019. If they finish it next week, it will give you next week's dates completed, and the status will also change. What also would change would be, if you go back to allocate course credits, is this middle one will go back to 0 because they've started the course. This would only change once this user has clicked into their training. If I can just show you where, so this is all the page that you would do as a manager to allocate training to different users, to see how much you have credits, how much money do you have on account, to manage my team will be all on this page. So this is from a corporate view. Do you have any questions so far?
Yes, Laura. If we would like to undo the allocation, is that possible?
Yes, you can. So this is when this box is quite helpful. So you've given this user this module and they've taken 3 months and they haven't even started their training. They haven't clicked into it. You'll be like, okay, I'm going to take it back because you're not using it. So what you will go is back to Manage My Team. You'll click and so you go back to Manage My Team, you click on that user and you press Cancel Course. So we can cancel the course, you confirm this course, and then you press OK. You can only do this if this user hasn't clicked into their training. This user hasn't even logged in or even clicked on their training. You can go back and cancel the course for them. You can also see the status has changed to cancel. Now, if we go back to allocate course credits, you can see it's gone back to 0 and you've got your money back. You've got your credits, but it has restarted. But again, this can only work if this user or whoever you allocate the training to has not started the training. So if they have, you can't cancel the course. This will go to 0 and your credits will decrease. Does that make sense?
Yeah, okay, got it.
Excuse me, what about the case they click in already, but they haven't finished it forever? Can we cancel it? Or is it how they use it already?
No, they've started it and they've still hasn't finished it, you can see this on here. So for example, you can see that it's been allocated and you can see a start date, but this is still empty because they haven't finished it. You can't cancel it. It's the best example is because you can't refund training. It's the training, even if they've done half a course, it's still in their mind. We can't go back in their mind and take the training out. So that is the best way to think about it. So once they've started it and clicked into it, the course is theirs. It's their personal learning and you can't take it. However, you can track it. So you can say to this user, it's like, hello, can you start your course or can you finish it? And just nudge them. It's up to the manager, who is you, to give them the nudge to say, please start your course, please finish the course. Do you need any help?
Yes, understand.
Okay, perfect. So what I'll use this user as an example. So where would so this is everything you need from your side. This is your control where you can allocate the courses, you can manage your team as well, and gives you all the information. Now, just what we'll do is we'll send you, I know you've seen the how-to guide, but we'll also send a how-to guide for the users, so for the people to access their training. But I'll also show it to you now. So once you've allocated all the training to the users you would like, what they would do is log in. So they would go on here, they'll go www.untitled online learning .cibse.org, and then click enter. So what I'll do is I'll exit it. I'll just log out so then you can see log out page. So this is what they'll do. Go online learning CIBSE.org and they would log in into here. Every user should have received an email with their username, which is their email, and the password for them to create. If they didn't receive this, just let me or Amy know and we can give them a reset password. So they would log in into here and then click login. So this is the page they would see. So anyone who would like to access their training, this is the online learning website, and this is where all the training would be. What they would do is go to My Learning, because the manager, has given them some training. So they would find this under here, My Learning. They would go into here, and this is where all their training would be. So if they have 5, 2, 1, it would all be under here. So for example, if we click, for example, learners how-to guide, if we just click into here, you would click into the learning and this is what they'll find, for example. So they'll have a little welcome paragraph and this is where the module is. I would suggest whenever you allocate a training, just so they know that it's there, or if there's any issues, just to log in, click My Learning and click onto this page just to see everything is fine. So this is where they would find their training and then module right here, and then they click the link. And that's it. Then they're good to go to start their training. And once they click onto that, this is when, we'll go back to here. This is when you'll receive a date here saying this user has started their training on the 23rd of October. And when they finish, it will also give you a date here. Does that all make sense?
Yeah, of course, yes.
So that's really it. That's all. That's everything you would need to know now, just to allocate training, and then also where the user would access their training. And as I said, we'll send you a guide for the user just in case they get stuck. But again, we are on our email, so if you have any questions, feel free to always shoot us an email.
Yeah. Okay. Please switch back to the user interface for the
yeah.
The learning, yeah, this way. So for the course,
yeah,
for this course here, when they click in, is it arranged into chapter or something like that?
If it's what, sorry?
Can you go into a specific chapter and see how we can learn with it within that chapter?
What do you mean a live chat?
I mean, please try to go inside any chapter or any module.
Oh, yeah. So if for you to chat with the users, no, we don't have that functionality for you to chat directly. It would be up to you to use a third program, for example, either your emails or if you have Office 365. However, there isn't anything for you to chat directly to the user through the LMS or the CIBSE Force.
Tan Lee, you can actually send us an email to onlinelearning@cibse.org if any of the learners have any sort of major issues with it or anything. You know, we can always help.
I mean, I want to see if this one is an interactive course or it's like PDF. We read it and then we have some tests to verify the result we get from the course.
You basically have the quizzes, which I'll let Lara explain.
So this is the module. So for example, this is the introduction mechanical electrical building services that we use as an example. And say if you've given this to the user, as I said, this is a welcome, this is a module, and these are the quizzes. and there's also references and reading. So everything they need is on here. There's also their evaluation, and once they've completed the course, they will receive a CPD certificate. And that will only happen once they've completed all the quizzes and all the modules. So if I click into it now, so this is the training. So you've got your welcome, about this course, and the different topic areas. What the user would have to do is go through all of this and finish the course. Once they've done that, that's when their CPD certificate is unlocked. So you've got this. So I would go through the module. If I go here, there's different topic areas here as well. So there's like little, it's interactive as well. So there's also little questionnaires once you go through the course. And you can submit. So you've got all of this. You as a manager, once they go through this, so going through the course, again, the date will come on here. So that's all done. So if we go back, being served, reducting to course page. After they finish the module, they can go into the quizzes, and then again, they will just go through each step, and that's done. And you will receive a completed date here. What we can do every month, we can send you a report of all the completion status of the different users. You can see this here, which is under Manage My Team. So if you want to have a quick view, you'll have all the information here that the report will give you. However, we can set up a report for you and send this to you at the end of every month of all the list of users that have been allocated a course, and if they started and completed, and their status as well. So if this user, if you haven't cancelled the course, this status will change to completed. So you know that this person has completed the course.
Yeah. Is there any button that confirm that the learner has finished the course? So they just need to check on the module and that we see is completed.
No, so there isn't something for you to go into the module for you to check, but you wouldn't need to. This would come up on here. So the date, so once this person is finished, you would know that they finished because it will come up here a date saying status completed on the 23rd of October. But if this is empty, and what we'll say here, it says in progress, it means they've started, they're in the middle of the training, but they haven't finished yet.
Yeah, I understand that this one shows the status. I want to ask on the user interface of the learner, whether they have any confirmation button to confirm that they have finished the course, or they just have to finish all the module and then the course will be automatically confirmed that they completed.
Exactly. There isn't a button for them to say finish. It's just once they've completed everything. The good way to know for the user that they've completed the course is their CPD certificate is available. If it isn't available, they still have some things in the modules to go through. Is that all okay?
Can you show us the button in the user interface?
Laura's just a little more questions like so the course will have two parts, the learning and the quiz. So when they as soon as they finish the quiz, it's like they will be able to receive the certificate.
Exactly. So once they finish everything, so they finish the quizzes, so they finish quiz 1, quiz 2, quiz 3, they finish the module here, and what it'll say, their certificate will be available. And it also tells you here, not available unless the course has been completed and the activity has been completed. So this will unlock, so their certificate would come up, get your certificate here once it's completed. If they haven't completed it, it would not let you click on this button. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I understand.
So once they receive this, this is when you know, this is the button per se, per se that it would come as completed date here. So you would know that they finished, and they would also know that they finished the module.
Okay, understand it. So this means that each module, each course will have the certificate. It doesn't mean that we have to combine several courses to get the certificate.
The user can only get the certificate once they've completed the training.
Nhiều khóa với cái certificate nó vậy, cái này cứ một khóa xong một certificate, một khóa là cái. So regarding the structure of certificate, so we only have one certificate per course. There is no combination of some course to get a general certificate.
No, so you wouldn't want that either, because you want to have evidence that you finished. So if you, for example, have sent a user multiple training, so you've sent them intro to M&E, hot and chilled, heating system, above ground, you've sent them more than one training, you want to you would want a certificate for each training course. There isn't a certificate saying you've completed 4 training. It's very specific, so it shows you as an evidence that user has a certificate for this course, user has a certificate for this one, and this one, and this one. So if one person, for example, this user has 4 different training that you've allocated it, they will go to My Learning. They will have all the 4 training modules here, and each of one of them, once it's completed, will have 4 different certificates. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense. So just confirm. Excuse me. We have another query. In the past, we used to ask Amy, but we didn't got the answer. So for now, we will ask during the course. If the learner doesn't understand something, is there any live Q&A during the session? Or we will need to send an email to you?
No, send us an email, so you can if you're stuck on something, just because the point of online learning is your personal time, is for you to go through the training, it's self-study, so it's for you to go through the module. However, if there are questions that you have about the training and you're really stuck, just send us an email and we can send it to the trainer, only because we don't have any trainers in our offices. All our trainers and people that review our courses are off-site. They're contractors off that aren't in our office, which is why you wouldn't be able to receive a direct chat where it wouldn't be like university or school where you would have a direct tutor to answer the questions.
Okay, understand. One more question. I can see that in the course there are multiple modules. For example, we finished the first module and then we find that we didn't understand. We try to reopen it again. Can the learner do that? Or when they finish, they cannot open the previous module?
No, they can. So, which is why there's a reason why when they come onto this page, you can't take away the learning. Once you've allocated the training and they received it, and even when they finish, it's their learning and training for life. So every time they log in, they can go into the course. So for example, they've completed this training. In 2 years, they want a refresher. I'm like, oh, okay, let me go back into the course. They are able to do that. They would just have to log in, go to My Learning, and go on to the course right here. It's their knowledge and training until whenever they want to log into the course, I would say.
And I can see the reference and reading, is that downloadable?
If it's downloadable, so course resources, let me have a look. Let me see. So this would be in the module. They are hyperlinked, I believe. Yeah, found on the LMS site. So we've referenced it. So every time they go through, so this is the bibliography. However, they will find this in here. So it would be linked into, so every topic will have the reading list. So you've got the downloadable folder here. So once you click download, you've got it here. So but this will be all into the module as is. It relates to each topic. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have any other questions? I appreciate it's a lot to take in. So I appreciate it's a lot to take in. So what, if you have any questions, I would say the best way is just to go and start allocating courses, play around with your account, have a look at each, so manage my team, and just start allocating courses and have users to click into the module. And you will definitely have questions once it comes up. And as I said, I'm happy for you to email Amy or myself with any questions. Is that okay?
Excuse me, I just want to confirm the last question before you explain. We didn't understand well. That we want to ask about the ability to repeat the course. It's not about, for example, in the course there's 10 modules and you finish 5 of them. But when you start with the 6 and the 7, you misunderstand, and we want to review on the first and second module. Is that possible?
Yes, you can. The user is yes, the user is able. So even if, for example, let's go into this now. As you said, you've finished all the topics. You finished this, and this. But you want to go back to this, you can. So even if you've completed everything, you can always go back into the topic areas, for example, the first one, and reread this. You can do this forever. The user that has the training can always go back into the topic areas, even if it's completed.
Yeah, I see.
So it doesn't say, it wouldn't say, for example, you finished this on the 23rd of October, and then 6 months later you go back in the course. It wouldn't tell you 6 months date. It says it's completed again. It's just as a recap. It's only when you first complete the course that is when the date is tracked on your Manage My Team tab. Is that okay?
Yeah, and will it be any expiry date, or it will be forever available?
No, there's no expiry date. So the user will have this training forever. So it's their training. As long as they log into their account, they will always have access to their training.
Yeah, thank you.
Talking about a specific course, do you have any estimated time to accomplish one course?
No. So this is the best thing about online learning is you go at your own pace. So some people can do this in 1 day, some people will do this in 3 months. It is up to you. There is no pressure to have a timed to finish the course. The only thing is maybe the quizzes might be timed, but again, there are no exams. It's just a quiz. So if we go through one now.
Somehow we need to estimate the time for let's say a standard engineer to assign them to one course. Let's say it's cost us 8 hours or 80 hours.
Oh, that's up to you. This is where the learning development manager, which is you, it's up to you to set in targets. For example, if you want this user to finish this in a month, say you have a month to complete the course. So it's not a setting that we can set or give them a timeout. However, you can do this and manage your users. So again, if we go back to allocate course credits, remember when I said the middle box here will tell you if you've given these 3 users a module, it would come up on here, and this would only go back to 0 if they've clicked into the course. However, if they haven't, you can go to the user and say you have 1 week to click into this and start your course. So it's up to you to set in targets. So this is your control, your team, for you to set targets and give them deadlines.
Laura, what if the learner failed the quiz?
If they fail the quiz, it will tell you. So if, for example, if I go, I'm not an engineer, so I definitely would be getting this wrong. So if I go,
I know. I mean, what I would like to ask is, what if they fail the quiz and we're not able to get a certificate? So will they be able to like redo the quiz?
Yes, yes, because it's a quiz. So the difference between a quiz and exam, a quiz is just to test your knowledge. It's not something. It's just to see everything. So they would be able to redo this.
And at the end of the quiz, if the result is like 80% and they can redo it until they certify.
So look, it says I've got 4 out of 15 and I failed miserably. So I've got 27%. So it's okay. They can. It'll tell you. So finish a review. Is so if we go back here. So you would see finish the review, highest preview, so preview quiz now. You can go back. What I'll do is I'll check this out. However, because it's a quiz, they can always redo this. Their certificate should still unlock. But what I'll do is I'll make a note and I'll double check that for you. We will never not be able to give you a CPD certificate. If they fail, they'll just have to try again, go through the module, see what areas they weren't very they didn't really understand, so they can go back to it and try again on the quiz. So that's all they would have to do. Go back to the quiz and the certificate will be unlocked. But if you have any problems with that, you can always, again, come straight to us.
Yeah, thank you.
Is that okay? I can appreciate that is a lot to take in. And as I said, the best way just to learn and to familiarize yourself with the system is just to go and start allocating courses, speak to the users, and there is also here a evaluation form. So if they can, it would be helpful if they can just let us know how they found the training. If they have any questions, they can all put that under the evaluation form here. Is that okay?
Okay, any questions? I think everything is okay.
Perfect. So yeah, well then, yeah, we can leave it at that for now, and then yeah, just send us any questions if you have anything. And what we'll do is we'll send you the user guide. So we'll send you a little which is similar to the how-to guide you received from Amy. We'll send you a user one for the actual user to see where they log in, and just a template just to give them a guide of how to access their training.
Please also have to share us this record session.
Yes, we have recorded the session and we'll send that over to you.
Okay,
I'll have a look. If there isn't anything recorded properly, we'll still send you a video capture of everything, which is similar to the how-to guide, really, but just for peace of mind, we'll send you a recording of the different steps onto your CIBSE Force account, which is this.
Yeah.
And we're here to help at any point, guys. So, you know, if you are struggling, then please do just drop us an email and we'll come straight back to you. But like Lara says, you know, sort of logging in and having a little look yourself and playing around with it is probably the best way to learn. And like I say, you know, we can redeem the courses from them if obviously they haven't clicked on the course. So, you know, if you get any problems with that, then just let us know. But hopefully that sort of helped the understanding of the LMS and how it works and sort of how the learners, you know, sort of learn through the course. But obviously, like Lara said, you probably will have some questions afterwards, but we're more than happy to answer them. If you just collate them together and send it to me and Lara, we can have a look for you. And if there's any that need to be asked to the trainer, we can always do that for you.
Okay, thank you, Amy.
No problem. Well, it's nice talking to you both anyway, after all the emails backwards and forwards.
Okay.
But yeah, so any questions, let us know.